So I'm sitting here with Sandra, who has just experienced the V.I.B.E session. And what would you say, how do you feel now after having this session?
Very relaxed. I know that I fell asleep a few times, the odd snore that woke me out. What I experienced is, at one point in time, my legs were just floating. And it was really different because it wasn't my whole body floating. It was just my legs and my feet.
They felt like they were floating.
Absolutely.
How did you feel prior to going into the session?
Heavy.
And how do you feel now?
A lot lighter. A lot lighter. And during the session, like I say, my legs were extremely light because they just floated away. And not my whole body, but yet I didn't see the disconnect from them leaving the rest of my body.
They were just floating and they were still part of you, but they were
Yes,
lighter.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I did experience when I was clearing the energy, like I seen what I would say is similar to concrete crumbling. So it's kind of interesting that that's what you experienced, and that's what I was envisioning through the session.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something you would do again?
Oh, absolutely.
And would you recommend it to anybody?
Absolutely. To describe it to them, very difficult, aside from what I've said so far. So I'm not quite sure how I could tell them what to expect, or if anything, because I'm sure everybody's experience is going to be their own unique experience.
How did you feel with the toning, with the voice, when I was working with the voice? What was your experience with that?
I can't really comment on that so much. I think I was in my own space.
Okay.
And didn't really tune into what you were doing specifically.
So you weren't even really aware to what it was that I was doing. So with the toning and the
No.
frequencies of the what I make with my voice, the sounds, let's say, that I make with my voice.
No, it didn't resonate with me whatsoever as to, okay, this is weird or that was weird. It just was. And one thing I did experience throughout there was I saw a lot of gray. My eyes were closed, but I saw a lot of gray. And periodically through the whole session, there was almost like the gray clouds parting ways and the sky opening up to somewhere beyond the sky, and I could see yellow, lots of yellow, and there was no gray there, but there was white, and almost like circles of white and surrounded with yellow around them, almost like you would see clouds part in the sky and the sun coming through, and then it would go gray again, and for quite some time it would stay gray. And I thought, oh, okay, well, that was different. I don't know what that was about, and then it would happen again. I'd see this yellow, but more yellow, and the gray was completely gone, and it was all yellow with little bits of white in there. So the first time that I experienced it, I saw lots of white and little yellow, and the second time was lots of yellow and just a little bit of white. So it's almost like more sun coming through and those gray clouds disappearing. So I found it kind of unique when you mention concrete, of course, being the color of gray. So it was interesting.
And I also seen too that when the concrete crumbled, I envisioned yellow also. So it's kind of cool that the two of us actually.
Yes, specifically for that particular color. Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too.